turn on the LED lights too. We need to lose about 20 pounds today. Nobody in particular. So anything that you feel like doing today in particular? Excellent. Okay. we heard it out loud, so who else is here? Huh? All right, let's see what's gonna happen. So as we again practice our yoga right together, that doesn't mean that we are learning anything new. We're just simply practicing. We're trying to, the word yoga, as we always remind ourselves, means to connect. So what are we connecting to? What are we engaging into our practices? We move the physical body as we breathe, as we do all this, practice. The most important thing is where our mind is. And sometimes our mind is just flying in all kinds of directions. I know mine is. So how can we center? How can we find ourselves in a place where we can ground? And so we begin always the practice by extending your legs, crossing your legs, doesn't matter, the chanting helps. But also, as we start the physical portion of it, the Hatha Yoga itself, then we want to find that there's mindfulness into the practice, meaning that my brain is connected and my brain is present, and that brings my physiological part, the functionality of my brain is actually connected to the present moment. I'm not just traveling or thinking about or expecting things, but I'm actually sitting. And what it feels like to sit in this position. How are my knees? How is my ankle or my other foot? Or how is my shoulder or the other shoulder or elbows? How and where do I place my back and my shoulders and my jaw and my chin? How do I allow myself to be just feeling connected? So what is the environment, as weird and different as it might be, or as peaceful and gentle as it actually may be inviting to yourself? How can I connect to the environment around me? It doesn't matter if somebody walks in through the door late into the practice or not, or somebody walks out the door early into the practice or not, trying to maintain your focus or my focus into the present moment. How do I connect my mind into checking or taking a mental inventory, not only the physical body, of placement, of comfort? There's nothing to force in yoga, quite the contrary. It's about finding ourselves into the most comfortable position. And then the mind will come along, right? To bring attention, that the intellect brings attention and controls the mind to be focused into what we're doing right now. And sometimes it starts by simply exhaling and simply allowing the movement of breath out, is slowly engaging that gut area, that entire vagus connection of that nerve along the spine and torso, breath in to support the inhalation. That how does it feel to expand and open and broaden the chest area, and how the exhalation happens again from the diaphragm, from the root or base of the lungs and your neck and your spine, never forced into a position. And by simple act of breathing, I exercise the abdomen, the core strength, my back muscles, the oblique muscles, and the exhalation sinks the chest, softens the neck, rounds the spine. One more time, can I find from the ground in center points to the yoga mat, that the expansion happens to the entire body? And what does it feel like to move the hands, to slowly move gently forward in front of the body towards the ground, and maybe my hands cross over the wrists and the arms come around, both my elbows soften, and I raise my arms gently towards the sky as I feel my abdomen, chest, and shoulders whitening, and the exhalation slowly moves the arms to cross one more time in front of my feet or legs or abdomen. And then as the inhalation happens, happens at my own rhythm, through my nose, not through my mouth, to expand, to open, and to slowly cross. One more time, hands around the wrist area, elbows, shoulders, and then raise as I expand and I move energy around my body. And the exhalation, one more time, exhales all the way through. In my last inhalation, can I find that my breath connects to all the parts? And what are the things that come to mind, even though that we think they're just innocuous? Can you just observe and pay attention to what happens when the hands rest into the ground and the breath comes in and the knees slowly come to from off the ground and your feet are crossed and maybe the body's able to slowly exhale in this position? And can I find my body sitting along the yoga mat in a way that my knees are retracted into my rib cage, into my chest, into my shoulders, with the knees wide and the feet crossed over the ankles, the heels into the ground, the toes into the floor, the feet off the ground. If your body is far away from the wall, if you're again close to the wall, you're allowing the exhalation to empty and soften gently your neck. So it's not the upper body, but it's the grounding, the glutes, the tailbone that stays onto the floor. And maybe my hands come towards the sides of my glutes, hamstrings, kneecaps, and the legs slowly inhale and extend towards the sky. And I breathe in, reaching slowly, using the abdomen, and exhale, holding, and then your core muscles, the abdominal cavity is really strong, that you're engaging the abdomen muscles to support the legs, not the thighs, it's not so much the neck, it's not the shoulders, it's not the lower back, it's again finding how the contribution of the abdominal cavity strength to the lower back area. One more time, breathe in, and when the body exhales, exhale your knees gently towards the ground and see that your knees remain tall and your body moves towards your thighs and your thighs towards the chest and torso. Inhale while your jaw draws in and lengthen the spine. Squeeze as deeply as we can to move gently the abdominal cavity, the entire core. One more time. Breathe in, opening those back muscles, rolling the shoulders forward. And when your body exhales, release kindly hands and arms, and then raise your legs. One more time, extending with your hands, without your hands, it doesn't matter. Extend and reach. Exhale, cross the foot in the opposite direction. So your other ankle is held on top of the opposite with your hands on your thighs, glutes, knees, thighs, arms extends above the shoulder. One more time, breathing in, and then exhale, folding, exhaling, hugging, embracing, drawing chin, extending the lower back as your jaw draws in and the cervical spine extends. Breath in, less is more. Do not force, it's not a competition, it's not a demonstration to the body who's stronger. It's just moving, it's just breathing, it's connecting. One more time, the entire energy of your body as you squeeze through your inner thighs and belly. And then inhale, raise towards the sky, deep breath in, as long as much as your body allows it. Cross the opposite foot as you exhale, bring your knees in as you inhale, and exhale towards the ground and rounding, exhale your head one more time, raising your legs, long extension, expand as little so your body needs to cross over as you exhale the opposite ankle, breath in, and then exhale slowly over your legs and knees as your body embraces and squeeze gently into this pose. Hold breath in. When your body exhales, feel your back and your abdomen really working together. When your body is ready, allow your entire exhalation to slowly open your knees wide, maybe rolling over your shins if your body allows it, and come onto hands and knee if your body allows it, or just simply bring your legs around until you place your hands on the floor and your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders, and your body exhales kindly into this position, finding your abdomen strong and your back long, deep breath. When your body's ready, allow your jaw to drawn in, index and thumb supportive, and then raise your knees and raise your hips towards the sky, raise your heels towards the ceiling, and look at your ankles, look at your knees, look at your thighs, open the center of your back. When your body is ready, flex your belly as you exhale out, jaw draws in, crown the head towards the ground. One more time, index and thumb really connected, extending the pinky side wide, and then bend your knees. Slowly bend your knees towards the floor, and then raise slowly your chest and chin forward in front of your body. So if you're just pulling out your chest as if you're just extending your chin, always breathing. Movement is driven by your breath. Your knees on the ground, the toes flex or extended, whichever is most comfortable, and tuck your belly to slowly move your chest a little bit farther away. Shoulder blades roll back, not to your ears, but away from the ears. One last long inhalation. When your body exhales, flex your toes, soften your neck, raise your knees, inhale towards the sky, breathe in, lengthen your back, exhale, one long breath in. And when your body's exhaling, flex one more time in the opposite direction. Knees to the ground, chest lengthens tall and forward, cow pose, breath in, exhale, slowly bring your glutes to raise a little bit taller, the tailbone, the entire hip bones, one more time, breathing in, not pinching the spine, flex as you exhale your toes and your chin, and then raise your tailbone towards the sky. One more time down, exhale, slowly bring your knees towards the floor, inhale into cow pose, breath in, and then exhale into modified down dog. Exhale slowly. Last time, take a deep breath, inhale into cows, complete movement. Feel your body stretch the abdomen, exhale, flexing all the way into that modified down dog. Exhale slowly, come back into the knees and hands, breath in. Allow your fists to touch directly towards the ground while the thumbs stretched forward. Never twist your wrists, right? Align the form in the same direction as your hands and wrist area. So do not rotate it or do not flex it. So you're not pushing in a different angle on your wrist, but as much even pressure through the entire length of your joint, your fist into the ground. If you remain onto your fist, that's perfectly okay. If you need to walk your knees a little bit farther back and lean more strength into your fists, by all means. If you want your body to slowly raise your knees off the ground, allow your body to raise your knees off the floor and your heels press back and your tummy tucks in and your jaw draws in and you squeeze your glutes and you tuck in your belly. Imagine that going to sit on your hips and you're resisting me sitting on your hips. Breath in slowly. One more time. Breath in. Don't try me. Inhale slowly. Let your hips not be tall. Allow your body. Excellent. That's right. Find your hips really engage. Engage your thighs in your last long inhalation. Deep breath in. And your body exhales, bend your knees, exhale very gently, palms of hands into the floor, elbows flex into the ground, forearms stay onto the floor. Less is more, right? If we are going too fast or too slow, let your body tell you how far and deeply can you let your left knee on the ground and your right leg to slowly come behind and up towards the sky. Breath in, raise the entire right hip as if your toes, your heel, the tip of the toes point up towards the sky, or maybe just flexing the toes as if you're wearing a high heel. So the ball of your toes extend and you really let your thigh, your hip, your glute muscles to be active. Your jaw draws in one more time, breathing in. When your body exhales, let your forearms to be steady and then reach forward as if your elbows are flexing and your chest come towards your hands, towards your fingers, and you're allowing your forehead almost come to the floor and your right leg comes a little bit taller. Deep breath, exhale, very nice. One last exhalation. Find the strength of your tummy, not your lower back. You're not pinching. When your body exhales, slowly bring your pressure into your forearms as your right knee exhales into the ground. Breath in. Exhale, slowly hands or fists into the space where your elbows are, underneath or where, underneath your shoulders, index and thumb, flex your toes, stay on your knees, allowing your knees to slowly shift back or come into full plank position. Breath in, allow your body to exhale, make sure your middle finger is parallel towards each other. You're not putting pressure on the heel of the hands. You're not pushing down through your shoulders. You're opening your shoulders. So your chest engages and you're breathing in and you're breathing out in your tummy and your hips and your glute muscles. Again, very nice. Resist, open your shoulders wider. Deep breath, use your chest muscles. Excellent. When your elbows are never locked, let your last long inhalation, breath in. When your body exhales, raise your hips very tall, heels are off the ground. Allow your jaw to be drawn in and the crown head to point towards the floor. One more time, flex through your belly. Look at your ankles and toes that are not rotated or over-rotated. When your body's ready, last long inhalation, press with your hands as if you're just raising your glutes a little bit taller and let your knees slowly soften towards the ground. Touch if they're not already there or soften. And let the elbows come to the floor, the palms of hands to slowly come towards each other, on top of each other, that your right knee stays on the ground and your left leg moves back and your left knee stretches and you raise that left glute and you find that the movement of the leg opens the abdomen, and your tummy is really strengthening and lengthening because that supports your lower back, and your spine lengthens. One more time. Feel your jaw drawn in before you try anything else. If this is enough for your body, is that too much? That feels like my body's overwhelmed into this movement. Can I soften? Can I add less energy? Can I just relax a little bit? Is there an expectation to perform with my body, or can I just be attentive? And maybe the elbows bend. Maybe for some of us, that means the forehead comes towards the tip of your fingers and your left leg comes a little bit taller, as if you just were a scorpion, and feel that your left leg raises taller towards the sky through your thigh rather than the heel or the toes. Stretch your knee. Breath in, exhale. One more time. Inhale. Can you find your chest muscles? Can you find your abdomen and lower back? Let your last long, deep breath in. When your body's ready, exhale, exhale, and then press your forearms. Slowly bend your knees to the ground. Allow your toes to slowly flex. Place your hands under your shoulders one more time. Allow your fingers to be parallel, especially the middle finger, connecting the full palm of the hand through the root of your fingers, while the knees maybe walk a little behind or stay right under your hips, or maybe your body comes into full plank and you feel your body open through your shoulders, extending your chest, tucking in the chin, pressing the heels, engaging your thighs. Your right foot stays strong into the floor. Your left leg lifts behind. Only the toes, not the hips, not the glutes, not the back, just your entire left toes extend off the ground and squeeze in the glutes. Breath in. When your body's ready, bend the elbows just a little bit, or maybe all the way to elbow height, and your chest stays parallel to the ground. One more time. Breathe in as your body exhales. Press up. Inhale. Drop the left toes. Raise your hips tall towards the sky. Heels off the ground. Flex your belly. Open your back. One more time. Engage your body to lengthen and extend through your shoulders, through your elbows. Last long deep breath. Tailbone. Bend your knees. Slowly soften. Relax your body. Bend the forearms and elbows towards the ground. Palms, hands gently come towards the floor. Let your index fingers maybe overlap thumbs. Let your entire left knee to stay steady to the floor and your right leg to come off the ground towards the sky. Breathe in and flex your right knee until your tip of the toes of the right move all the way across your body towards the left side of your body. And you look gently towards the ground, you look towards the right underarm, and you raise the inner thigh, crossing the leg across your hips. Very nice. Inner thigh raises a little bit taller. Engage that midsection of your body. Make your body one more time. Exhale. Are you breathing at your own pace, nobody else's pace? And then slowly breathe out deeply through the root of those obliques and abdomen muscles. And then slowly flex that right knee into the right shoulder, off the ground. Bring it all the way across, off the ground until it touches closest to your rib cage or the outside of the shoulder. Exhaling. One more time. Breathing in. Exhale all the way through. Raise your inner thigh a little bit taller and closer to the right shoulder. Last one, breath in. Exhale, and then raise your right leg behind across the body towards the left side for the tip of the toes. Breath in, hold it. Exhale, raise your inner thigh a little bit taller. When your body's ready, inhale, and then bring that knee close to the right shoulder. Exhaling, lift it up. Inhale, raise the inner thigh, knee, bend all the way across the body towards the sky and flex it. Move the entire oblique muscles, the abdomen, tuck in your chin. Inhale, one more time, not your shoulders, not your neck. Raise and cross over up, and then exhale for the last full movement. Bring your knee across the body, across the hips, extending toes and thigh, and then slowly exhale your right knee to the floor. Beautiful. Deep breath. Palms of hands right where your elbows were. Allow your body and tummy and torso to be long. Fingers engaged into parallel position. Knees stay under the hips. Move behind. Maybe lift off the ground on the full plank position. Observe your right and left hand parallel, not on the heel of the hands. Shoulders broad. Left leg slowly lifts off the ground. Right? Is the left leg now? Yeah. Oh, it's the right leg. The other right leg. Breath in slowly. Find your glutes. Move into your hands, parallel position. Do not force, not tense. Do not lift the glutes. One more time. Breathe. Find strength. Exhale all the way through. When your body's ready, bend the elbows a little bit until your chest comes just elbow height. Hold it, breath in, exhale, and then press up. Inhale, raise your hips, drop the right toes, raise the heels off the ground, flex your abdomen, open those back muscles. One more time, contract your calves, tilt the tailbone towards the sky in your last long inhalation. Can you breathe in? And then exhale, bend your knees, settle to the floor, allow the elbows to settle to the ground, forearms into the floor, palms and hands supportive of the position, elbows not too wide, allowing this time the right knee to stay on the floor while the left leg extends behind, raises towards the sky, and then hold it, deep breath in, bending that across the body as if you're just reaching through the tip of the left toes farther to the right. Again, that's all relative, right? What is your far? What is your range? Observe your body. Raise your inner thigh. Are you breathing? Are you oxygenating the body so your body it processes all this energy? Let your last 2 breaths, beautiful. Feel that your knee moves farther up and behind if you're allowing your body. That's where you need to be when your last exhalation happens. You can feel the oblique muscles. You can feel the entire side of your torso. And then inhale, raise the left knee and bring it all the way across as if you're about to touch the left shoulder, the left side of your rib cage, and raise that knee off the ground. Hold it flexed. Flex your toes if you need to flex your toes. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more times. Inhale, flexing and holding, squeezing the glutes. When and if your body is ready, find your inhalation and then exhale, squeeze, 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 and raise up. Inhale, left knee raises, toes come up across, jaw draws in. 1 more time, breathe in. Open those oblique muscles, open the entire rib cage. When your last exhalation empties through, come slowly forward through the left knee towards the left shoulder, rib cage, inhale off the ground, and then press back, exhale, exhale. Balanced shoulders, balanced elbows and forearms, breath in, inhale, inhale, knee into the shoulder, beautiful. And then exhale all the way back. So can you feel your right glute active, your inner thighs, your back muscles supported by the abdomen as you exhale, move. As you're inhaling, full range of movement. Bring your knee, move your glutes, move your thigh, exhale all the way across and out in your last full breath. Range of movement, feel your body moving all the way, and then exhale all the way across and out. Come back, inhale your knees into the floor, exhale the palms and hands right where the elbows are. Lengthen the elbows, the arms, the hands, stay parallel, the toes, flex your fingers, stay steady onto the ground, parallel towards each other. Your knees stay under the hips, move behind the hips, flexing your toes into full plank position. Breathe in. When your body is ready, exhale. Anchor your body, wherever that is. It doesn't matter. Find your shoulders wide, your feet the closer towards each other, the more intense. Your abdomen supports, you're not moving your hips, you're raising your chest forward, and you feel that your chest is driving forward in between your shoulders, and you breathe in. And then open the abdomen, extend it, raise your chest, very good, and flex your calves, engage your glutes, open the rib cage, find your jaw, slowly, not pushing your neck. Last 1 breath in. Inhale, inhale. Squeeze gently to the lower body. And then exhale, soften your knees, your head, your torso. Soften the elbows to the ground. Very nice. Allow your body, forearms, hands to stay gently connected as the forearms and elbows rest into the floor. Breathe in. Your right knee stays into the floor. Your left leg, 1 more time, shifts all the way back. This time, you're going to move the left leg as if you're just kicking the person on your left. So kick out through your left leg as if your left toes point, flex, or push the heel to the left side of your body. Not behind the hip, extend it all the way out. 1 more time, carrying that leg. If I were to move that leg, is your right elbow and shoulder doing all the work. Can you find your glutes? 1 more time, breathing in. When your body's ready, exhale, and then bring your left leg behind the breath in all the way tall towards the sky. And then flex your left knee, holding. 1 more time, breathe into this pose. Less is always more. So what is it that your body, you can
opt out, you can add, you can subtract from the position. Is your physical body, is your moment to activate all energies around your body. When your body exhales through your left knee, your timing, right leg moves back, open up towards the sky, raise it very, very tall. And this time you're going to move the right leg as you exhale out to the right side of your body, tall off the ground, pointing your toes, flexing the ball of your toes or the heel of your foot. Your left elbow is wide enough so you're not pushing to the shoulder, and you breathe in. Imagine I'm going to hold you from the ankle or that heel, and I'm moving the leg a little bit wider to the right side of your body and towards the shoulder. Deep breath off the ground. Inhale, inhale. Beautiful. Let your last 2 breaths. Exhale all the way through. When your body's ready, allow the exhalation. Inhale, raising that right leg back and up, and then exhale. This is worth 2 weeks of yoga for some of us. I'm not saying who. Raise the elbows and hands right on the shoulders, and let the palms of hands into the ground. Flex your toes, raise your knees, push back your heels into the ground as if you're coming or walking your feet into the floor through the soles of your feet, while your head and neck points directly towards the ground in between your shoulders. Look towards your belly, look towards your thighs, look towards your ankles, look towards your toes. Allow your spine to lengthen when your body is ready. Let the exhalation press back. Allow your spine to lengthen, to feel that you're really opening those muscles that sometimes are tight behind your legs and holding the back tight. When your body exhales through your glutes, lengthen the sides of your rib cage, come gently forward as if your torso comes over your hands, lengthen your knees, adjusting your legs to come a little bit farther behind and closer towards each other if needed. Let your glutes engage. And then let your hips and thighs to be strong, and then start raising your chest and look slowly forward through your chest. Look up through the crown of the head and let your glute muscles not sink. You're not sinking down unless you really need to. Rest and place your knees and soften. When your body exhales, press your heels. One more time, breathe, raise your chest. Engage that midsection of your body. One last long inhalation, deep breath. And then exhale, slowly soften your head and raise up your heels. Walk your toes gently forward towards the front of your body until your feet walk into your hands. Stay low into this pose. Your feet are as wide as needed or as close so the big toes or the inside of your big toes touch each other. Never locking your knees. You don't have to force your knees. Your knees can be softened. Open your back. Draw your chin in. Point the crown towards the ground. Inhale. When and if your body is ready, allow your hands to be not so close under your shoulders or next to your pinky toes, but maybe walk them a little bit farther forward in front of your yoga mat or towards the top of your yoga mat, depends on where you are, and let your left foot steady and raise your right leg and feel that your right leg is reaching towards the sky, and you breathe in with your right hand coming just towards the right hip, and you find your body balance and you raise slowly the right leg. Hips, squeeze your glutes, strengthen. Again, the entire right hip raises tall towards the sky and strengthen your left foot into the floor. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, shoulder on the right side is tall, left shoulder sunk in. One more time, breathe into this pose. Let your right foot next to your left foot. As you exhale, soften your knees. Walk your hands into your toes. Allow your feet to walk all the way back, gently into plank pose. Breath in. Exhale into full plank. Take a deep breath into this position. Allow your glutes to stay strong and raise your chest. Engage your thighs, engage your abdomen cavity. Allow your shoulders to be broad and move the breastbone area in between your shoulder joints. One more time, strong legs. Exhale through, last long inhalation, deep breath. When your body's ready, raise your tailbone area, tall towards the sky. Inhale, walk your feet into down dog. So press your heels, the soles of your feet into the ground. Inhale, lengthen your back, sink your chest, open the underarms. One more time, breath in. When your body's ready, exhale, exhale, and walk your toes towards your hands as you're inhaling. Deep breath. Exhale, exhale all the way through. One inhalation. Never lock your knees. As you already know, big toes are closer than your heels towards each other. Look at the arches of your feet. Look at your kneecaps. Are they rotated or over-rotated? Is your inner thigh supporting the position of your pelvic area and hips? Is your right hand able to start walking a little bit forward and to the right side of your body? And is your left leg able to kick back? So you're now leaning onto the right foot and right hand while your left hand comes off the floor into your hip, into your waist, and you raise your leg. Point your toes, flex your toes, or press out the heel. One more time, breathe. And exhale, use your abdomen, engage your midsection. One more time, breathe. Exhale, just like they do it in Wyoming. Inhale, exhale slowly through your tummy. Engage last 2 breaths. Really engage those muscles. When and if your body inhales, long extension, deep breath, and then exhale. Your left foot slowly towards the ground, your hands slowly towards the floor, your fingers come towards your toes into forward bent position, deep breath in. Exhale, your body maybe starting to warm up a little bit. Let your fingers and hands to slowly touch the ground and move your legs to move behind all the way into plank position. Square your hips and shoulders, open your spine, raise your chest. Look up through the crown of the head, engage your glute muscles. Maybe your left foot stays on the ground and your right toes may choose to raise off the floor as if you're pointing the toes, as if you're flexing the toes behind, as you're pushing through the heel behind, off the ground. Breath in, squeeze the glutes, palms and hands strong, open your chest. One more time, breathe. And then exhale, slowly toes on the ground, switch left side, pointing, flexing, exhale. Deep breath through your chest. Now the crown of the head, engage your glutes. Last 1 breath. Can you really find strength? And so what does it mean to support your body as you exhale? Bend your knees, is inhaling, and then push your hips towards your heels as you exhale and open those back muscles. Very nice. Soften your head. Stretch your arms. Stretch the underarms. Stretch your fingers. Move your body away from your wrists, away from the joints of your fingers, so there's no tension there, away from the elbow joints, so you're lengthening the muscles that support those. Can you feel your shoulder blades and underarms and deltoid muscles activating, working in antagonistic, perfect, harmonized form to your underarm area, right? To let your deltoids contract and support your shoulders where your underarm opens and your chest moves. And you feel your back flexing with your tummy, the back opens and your jaw draws in. One more time, exhale into this position when your body is ready. Inhale slowly, and then your belly slowly flexes and you come back onto hands and knees one more time. And you breathe in and the palms of hands right under the shoulders and your right knee stays on the floor. Your right hand stays a little bit forward from the shoulder and to the right of the right shoulder where the left leg comes slowly behind. And you can place your left hand on the hip and allow your body to stretch your left leg off the ground towards the sky if that's even possible, or on the floor. You can touch the tip toe of the big toe, the tip of the big toe into the ground, and you feel your body balance. Or you raise it and you engage and you breathe. Or maybe your body's able to look out towards the left shoulder if you want to add intensity, and you find your inner thigh and engage the left leg. Can you find your muscles around the oblique? So muscles that hold your back. And your abdomen, what is the abdomen? How is it supporting the back muscles? Take your last long deep breath. When your body's ready, take a full breath in and allow your left knee to slowly settle to the ground. Softly move your left hand to the floor and switch. Left hand comes a little bit farther in front of the shoulder and to the left of the left shoulder while your right leg moves behind and your right hand comes slowly towards the hip, towards the thigh, towards the waist, and your body rolls the shoulders away from each other. And you look towards the ground, towards the chest, or towards the right shoulder. Again, finding your intensity. And your toes may touch the floor. Your left leg stays on the ground. Your jaw draws in. Do not crunch your neck. Beautiful. Open your chest. Use your oblique muscles, engage your glutes, raise your hip. When and if your body is ready, take your last full deep breath in. And then exhale, release your hand and your right knee towards the floor. Breathe out, beautiful. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through, flexing the toes, walking the hands into your knees, rounding the spine. Allow your heels to slowly move towards the floor and walking your toes gently or your hands into your toes until the weight of your body is on the heels rather than the tip of the toes and your knees are flexed. You're never locking your body. Your hands slowly come gently. Shin high, mid shin, high shin, or maybe all the way towards your thigh, towards your mid thigh, towards your waist area. And you hold it. Your torso is not below the waist. Your torso is going to be raised just about hip height or waist high. And your tummy retracts so you can feel that your jaw is drawing in and you're pressing your glute muscles away from the crown of the head and intentionally lengthen the spine. Imagine that the crown of the head is pulling away from the waist and your glutes and tailbone area presses away from your back. And you breathe in and you find your hands in the perfect place of support to that extension, that your tummy is not hanging or tending to grow down towards the floor, and find that extension. I know it's not your tummy, it just looks like it. It's your t-shirt probably. So let that contract. One more time, breath in. When your body's ready, allow your right hand to slowly come towards the ground as if you're just dangling it under your shoulder. Exhale your right hand to the floor, and maybe your right hand comes slowly inhaling forward in front of the shoulder. So the palm of the hand is facing towards the left side, and your thumb is looking up, and your pinky is looking towards the ground, and you find your spine, not round in your back, not forcing your hamstrings. Reach. Imagine that I'm going to pull you from the index finger and your body pulls back. Excellent. Now we're talking. Breath in. Exhale, exhale. Are we doing any effort? Are we really starting to breathe here? Excellent. When your body exhales, long extension, breath in. Allow your last long deep breath into this pose. Let your right hand come gently towards your thighs, towards your shin. Let your knees slowly bend. Allow your fingers to come very close to your pinky toes into the floor and bending your knees around your spine. Imagine that you're sitting back in a chair or a small stool right behind you, and your jaw draws in and your neck is long, extending the vertebrae column. Your toes and knees are always aligned. So flex your belly and breathe through the muscles of your back. So let your intercostals really open the muscles of your back area, that your back becomes broad as you inhale and then contracts as you exhale, maintaining the same strength, the isotonic pressure into your abdominal cavity. One inhalation and then one exhalation. Last 2 breaths. Using your legs, using your inner thighs to not prevent your knees to walk wider than your toes. When your body finally exhales all the way through, race. Walk your hands up to your toes, shins, ankles, mid-thigh, lower thigh, never on the kneecaps themselves. As you know, you're pushing those joints. Never lock your knees. Find your crown of head extending away from your tailbone area as the weight of your body transfers to the heels, and your thighs are contracted, carrying or holding your knees. Your legs are never overextended when your body is ready. Can you find your shoulders drawn away from the ears? Can you find your belly button area supportive of the position of your back? And then your left hand maybe wants to hang or dangle right under the shoulder, if that is enough. Maybe your left hand comes slowly in front of the shoulder, away from your body without forcing anything. Imagine I'm going to pull you from the index finger and your back lengthens. Never lock your knees, tuck in the belly, support your back. Find your tailbone area moving away from the crown. Beautiful. Deep breath. Is your right hand really helping you? Is your back really long? What are you really thinking about right now? Are you giving 100% attention to your body? And so let your last long extension to feel that the breath really opens. And then the breath exhales and moves your hand into your thigh, into your knee, into your shin, and you inhale slowly. And you fold one more time gently towards the ground. And you exhale slowly, rounding your spine forward. Deep breath in. And let your fingers slowly touch very close to your pinky toes and your knees to bend. This time, your thighs, they're equally distant than your feet. So they're equidistant to the direction of your toes and heels. And let your hands settle to the ground and maybe your heels come off the floor. So you're just holding through your calves. Your fingers are slowly under the shoulders and your neck is not looking up. You're not doing the effort with your head. You're trusting your legs, and your inner thighs and outer thighs point your thigh bones forward, your femur is aligned and parallel towards each other. Your heels are highest off the ground. Your hands support right under the shoulders. Breath in. Let your body, again, activate those muscles of your legs, calf muscles, thigh muscles, glute muscles. Gently press back so you're flexing through your abdomen and opening those back muscles and strengthening the back from the inner lining. In your last long inhalation, take a full breath into this pose. Let your heels settle to the floor. Your hands slowly come gently together towards your shins, mid shins, lower thighs, whatever that your back is slowly steady when and if your body's ready. Exhale all the way through. Press back into the heels, lighten up your toes, and then inhale, round your spine. Feel that your back finally comes all the way to standing pose. And what are the muscles that are pulling your torso to be upright? And your thumbs come to settle right on the edge of your ilium. Feel that you're holding that waist, that your index wraps around the waist area and your elbows point gently towards the back of your body while your abdomen flexes and your spine lengthens rather than arches and your breastbone area reaches towards the sky and your glute muscles support and your chin looks up towards the sky if possible and maybe behind your shoulders and neck if allowed, and not because you're pinching your back. And listen to yourself really clearly. Listen to your body and what it's doing. Are you pinching your vertebrae column or are you opening the front? Can you find your breathing? Can you inhale and support through the heels and thighs and glutes rather than the neck or back area? One more time. Can you allow the vertebrae column to really lengthen all the way behind, raise towards the sky as you inhale, and then flex with your hands softly coming towards the ground as if you're just about to touch in front of your toes, under the shoulders, all the way rolling. Exhale, reaching, breath in. Allow your body to exhale one more time into this position. Walk your hands towards the outside of your pinky toe. So you're just your hands, not your knees. The knees, not rotation. There's no rotation in those joints, right? Those are hinging joints, not rotating joints. And feel that your hand, especially your right hand, reaches back and your left hand opens the left side of your torso and your head softens the neck and you look gently with your chin tucked into your throat towards the right side of your body, your elbow, your shoulder, the heel, your body inhales and you open your left arm, keeps walking. So you really open that left side of your body and drop your head. Allow, again, your left hand to keep walking around as if you're just crossing it over your toes, across towards the right edge of your yoga mat. Allow your knees not to be locked, your knees never to rotate as we remind ourselves constantly when your body exhales all the way through, come back. Inhale, walking your hands into the center, deep breath in, exhale, exhale, raise by bending your knees, your torso up, not because of your back muscles, because of your thighs, because of your glutes, because of your tummy, raising your hands all the way towards the sky until your hands slowly face each other or maybe touch and the heel of the hands touch and you extend your fingers towards the ceiling and maybe your body slowly lengthens all the way behind and you feel your body opening your tummy and that your glute muscles, your thigh muscles are the ones anchoring the midsection of your body down and your torso lightly extends behind you. So it's about a lengthening from the base of your lumbar spine, from the base of your obliques, abdominal girdle, feel all those muscles of the pelvic floor of your thighs. One more time, reach slowly and let your vulnerability come through your tummy, that your tummy is able to move and sink in so you really engage the other muscles. Give an opportunity for the rest of your body to really support the movement and then your body's ready. Inhale towards the sky and then fold all the way forward. Elbows, swan diving, right? Elbows soften, jaw draws in, aligning your toes and knees and legs. Breath in, your body exhale through your gut area and move towards your left, opposite direction. Your left hand walks towards the left side of your foot. Your right arm comes across. You know not to rotate to your knees. Your head drops. Make sure intentionally the head just moves in between the shoulders and looks slowly towards the left side of your body. And your abdomen slowly tucks in and you move that right side a little bit wider. Stretch it. Move those muscles on the right side. Feel that your underarm and the right shoulder and the entire latissimus dorsi muscle extend those oblique area, intercostal muscles. Find that your hip is anchored and you're just simply extending the outside of the right torso. Breath in, never locking your knees. When And if your body finds that every inflation, every breath in opens parts of your body without hurting or forcing anything, last long inhalation, deep breath. And when your body exhales all the way through, slowly walk as you're inhaling back to center. Very gently, aligning, balancing, walking your hands into toes, shins, thighs, knees, and rounding because the strength of your legs, not because of your back area, your torso slowly back upright, and you feel your heels steady, your feet parallel, your thighs and glute muscles engaged. You wake up the lower portion of your body, your arms open, right and left side of your torso, staying looking forward towards the yoga mat, while your arms just open shoulder height and the palms of hands slowly come towards the ceiling, facing up, that is, and your fingers extend. Activate your index, activate your thumb, activate your pinky, open from the chest, squeeze from your glutes, use your thighs, raise your chest. Maybe your head comes all the way behind, is your prerogative. How much as your body allows it? Can you move your hips a little bit farther forward? Can you engage your thighs? Can you press through your heels? Are your toes light enough that you can feel the pressure through the sole of your foot and not the tip? You're not grasping through your toes. One more time, breathe in and let your shoulders. Can you really open your heart towards the sky? And what does it feel to just liberate all the things inside and raise your arms towards the sky when you're inhaling? Follow your breath and fold all the way forward towards the ground as if you're just reaching for your shins or ankles, toes. Exhale, exhale towards the ground. Jaw draws in. Reach a little bit deeper as you exhale into the yoga mat. One more time, breathe in. Flex as you really exhale through your gut. Move the abdominal cavity with your legs, not your back. Raise towards the sky. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, tall, up towards the ceiling. Stretch fingers. And then reach back if your body allows it. Exhale, exhale. Come up, inhale towards the sky, not because of your back muscles, the anchoring muscles. Exhale, flex your knees and fold forward, jaw drawn in. Come up towards the sky in the length of your own breath towards the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhaling when your breath allows towards the back of your body, not because of your back. Inhale towards the sky, breath in, fold and flex elbows towards the ground. One inhalation, raising your own body to your own pacing. Nobody else's. Keep moving. And then exhale slowly behind. It doesn't matter how fast, inhale towards the sky. It doesn't matter how slow you fall gently forward towards the ground. In your final long extension, really use the core of your body, inhaling towards the sky at your own pacing. Deep breath. And let your own exhalation guide you behind. Slowly open, raise towards the sky, and then fold very gently forward as if your body slowly comes towards the ground, touching the toes, flexing the knees as much as needed. Deep breath in. When and if your body's ready, walk your hands just a little bit forward, maybe shoulder just above the shoulders or slightly in front of the shoulders, where your feet stay on the ground and your body exhales, and your right leg is going to come directly behind you. You're not twisting the hip this time as we did before. You're simply raising the right leg, and you're trying to not lift the right hip above the height of the left one, and your left knee can be as bent as needed or as extended as needed, and your hands adjust and they can place them. Again, those micro adjustments, right? Listen to where your hands are, where your wrists are, where your shoulders are, and raise that left through your thigh. Engage your back muscles, tuck in the belly. One more time, breathe in. Exhale all the way through. When and if, not rotation, engage that left leg. When your right leg slowly comes towards the ground, breathe slowly down. Inhale, allow your knees to flex while you raise your heels, breath in, and then slowly drop your hips a little bit closer towards your heels. And sometimes that means just a tiny bit, or sometimes all the way towards the touching the glutes towards connection on the heels. And your knees do not open, your spine lengthens forward through your head, opening the entire apex of every one of your vertebrae. Take mind inventory. Look with your mind's eye where your spine is, where your back is, where your knees and ankles and toes are. When your last exhalation empties slowly through, raise by pressing the heels to the ground, raise your glutes. Exhale, your feet firm into the ground. Your arms and shoulders are light, shoulder distance, fingers to the ground. Left foot slowly moves behind you, and your chest raises forward, again, through the crown. It's not the head, and the left leg or the left hip doesn't rotate. the hips. You stay parallel towards the ground. Beautiful. Breath in. Very nice. Strengthen the inner thigh of the right leg. Allow your jaw to be drawn in rather than raised. One more time. Can you find your strength? Nobody else's. Observe your breathing. Are you really now connecting to your body? Can you find the rhythm of that strength? Can you observe what happens, right? The mind sometimes tells us all kinds of interesting things. Can you stay focused into your intention, last long inhalation? Let the exhalation release the left leg gently as you breathe out next to your right. Inhale, bend the knees as you raise your heels up, breathing in, and drop the hips slowly towards your heels if that's okay. It doesn't matter if they touch or not. It doesn't matter the degree. Move your head forward away from the shoulders and neck area, and find that your spine really extends and your belly flexes. Your inner thighs connect. Your toes are broad. Hands into the floor. One more time. Breathe in. When your body exhales slowly, elbows are never forced, soften, bring them in tight towards the sides of your body. When your body is ready to exhale all the way through, raise. Raising your glutes by pressing the heels to the ground. Exhale all the way through. Walk your hands slowly up your shins, knees, mid thighs, lower thighs. Stay on your legs, stay on your glutes, and then slowly open your arms, both of them dangling under your shoulders. So where do you put the pressure? Can you find your tummy? Can you open your chest? Really activate the lowest ribs away from your tummy. So you're really supporting through the muscles of your shoulder blades. Your arms open to the sides, left and right, as if you're just flying, and your jaw draws in. And you imagine that your chest is about hip height. And then do not round it, do not force it, extend it. Flex your knees as much as you need to. So use your thighs, contract your belly. Beautiful. And now flatten your back and lengthen it. Excellent. Breathe in with intention from this root of the muscles, right? We think sometimes is that we have a lower back that is tight or overworked, is that we have weak abdominal cavity or entire core muscles to support the back. One more time, open your shoulders really broad, open your chest really broad, and let your hands slowly come towards the ground. Exhale, fold your body forward towards the floor as if you just felt to touch. Inhale, go deeper into the ground as you exhale, and then raise your arms by pressure of your legs onto the floor. Your torso raises up, raise all the way towards the sky. Breath in, inhale, tall. And let your body hold it upright above the shoulders, palms and hands facing each other. Squeeze the glutes, lengthening as if I were to hold you by your wrists, and raise your arms a little bit taller. And your feet stay grounded. One more time. Inhale. And your belly, is your lowest rib in front of your body, or is it tucked in gently? So you're contracting through your lowest ribs. Open your chest, bring your breastbone area, allow your body exhale. Very good. Tuck in your tailbone area, almost directions as if you were in Dancing with the Stars. Breath in slowly. When your last long inhalation, let your body exhale slowly forward until your hands touch your thighs, your knees, mid shins, mid position of your body on your legs, and let your torso stay parallel towards the ground. Engage your legs, your glute muscles. Open your arms again into albatross position, as if your arms open wide, broad, shoulders broad. Open your chest, shoulder blades contract. Breath in, chin. Allow your body to inhale, flatten. Do not round your spine. Stretch out as if your rib cage moves away from the hips. Beautiful. Last long inhalation. Deep breath. Allow your body to exhale. Find your longest deep breath in. Your hands exhale towards the ground as you breathe all the way down, rounding your spine. Slowly come towards the floor. Take a deep breath. Exhale your fingers closer to the floor, and then open your arms wide and raise, not because of your back. Raise because of the other muscles that support your back to extend and reach towards the ceiling. Inhale. Hold the palms of hands slowly facing each other. Again, align your vertebrae column. Do not overarch it. Do not overextend it. Do not press out the belly. Raise your chest and move through your shoulders wide away from the heart center. Your right foot stays on the ground. Your left foot moves towards the left side of your body, and your left toes move towards the back. Slow motion, not rushing. Strong there, right foot, and then raise your left foot off the ground. Breath in, if that's even possible for your body. And open your arms. Again, align your rib cage. Inhale. Allow your body to raise from that midsection. Beautiful. 2 more times. It's just a matter of awakening sometimes those joints into our core. Breath in. When your last long inhalation comes in, deeply supporting your glutes and thighs, Let your left leg come gently next to your right as your arms and shoulders release, hands right next to your torso. Breath in. Fold very gently forward, halfway out until your fingers point behind your glutes, palms, hands facing to the hips, jaw draws in, back stays parallel towards the ground. Contract your triceps, raise your pinkies, shrug or connect or hug your shoulder blades towards each other. While the chest opens, the shoulder blades contract. Breath in, chin tucks in, raise your head. Imagine that you're excellent. Point away from your tail. There you go. Now you're using your back. Feel your tummy. Exhale slowly. One inhalation. Bring your body. Glute muscles active. Thigh muscles are very active when your body's inhaling. Allow your body to exhale and release your hands towards the ground, towards your pinky toes, towards the top of your mat, and then raise your body forward and up towards the sky because of your legs, not because of your back area, until the palms of hands are facing each other and you know to align the body. Inhale. Allow your body to exhale. Find your left foot. Your right leg inhales to the right first. Open your eyes if you need to open your eyes for balance. And then inhale your right toes behind. This is as far as you're going to go. Maybe your right leg slowly opens towards the ground, off the ground towards the sky, and you feel your thigh and glute muscles open and your shoulders and your rib cage still maintaining and raise as if your body holds your waist. Do not let your belly undo the position. Protect your back through your abdomen strength. Beautiful. Can you find your inner thighs? Not your neck, not your shoulders. Do not tighten your lips. What is your facial expression telling me? Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. I'm going to start inspecting those bottled waters in there. Inhale slowly. Let your last long deep breath into this position. When your body exhales, release your right leg, arms slowly soften. Deep breath in. Hands next to your thighs, palms facing your hips, bending forward as you breathe out. Glute muscles strong, pinkies towards the sky. Shoulder blades contract, extend the crown, push your glutes out, tuck in the belly, lengthen the spine. Intentionally allow your shoulder blades to shift towards each other. Squeeze them. Breath in, shoulder, excellent. That's it. Find your body inhaling. Let your tummy, your glute muscles, your jaw, to be all coordinated into a lengthening of the vertebrae column in your last long deep breath into this position. Let your body exhale. When your body is ready to inhale, arms slowly come towards the ground, your body slowly soften your knees, and you raise up into full standing pose, all the way gently towards the sky. Breath in, raise your arms towards the ceiling. Allow your body into full Hastasana pose. Breath in, allow your fingers to grow a little bit taller and realign your body. So what does it feel on your lower back? What does it feel in your shoulders? What does it feel like in your hips? Is your tailbone area tilted in one way, or is one hip farther forward than the other? Can you find the balance between the right and left foot? Is your neck tight because you're lifting your chin, or can you intentionally lengthen by moving the back of your head, right? The occipital portion of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen that vertebrae column into the cervical area. So find that your tailbone area tucks, that your abdomen supports, and you find your back muscles really engage. One more time, feel the inner lining. Observe the inner lining of your gut and how that connects and supports the very inner lining of the lower back area. When and if your body is ready, take a long, deep breath in and allow your knees to bend and let your hips to slowly sit into an imaginary chair behind. Your knees never beyond the line of your toes. We tend to move the knees all the way forward, bring them back behind the line of your toes. So you're pushing the weight into the heels, into your glutes, and your arms to stay tall. And your body goes into chair position. Do not look down, look forward. Breath in. Allow your body exhale. Again, if my hands were to hold your wrists, strengthen your body. You can hold your arms strength. You can hold your back without being arched or overarched. Do not take your tailbone area back unless it's really necessary for your body. Tuck your tailbone area under you. Beautiful. In your last long inhalation. And from chair pose, exhale all the way through. Inhaling deeply. You're going to exhale arms forward and down towards the ground. You're going to slowly soften your fingers. You're going to place one knee to the floor, the opposite knee to the ground. And you're going to exhale. You're going to walk your hands towards the corners of your yoga mat and your knees behind you. And we're going to slowly rest the thighs, rest the belly, rest the chest, rest the chin into the floor until the body exhales. And you find Your hands coming on one on top of each other while the forehead rests into the back of your hands. And so what does it feel like to release pressure? Now, can you exhale in a way that lengthens your spine? If I were to pull you from your big toes away from your hips, so what does that feel like for your lower back, from your glutes, from your hips, from your shoulders? Is your neck lengthening? Are you resting your head? Are your shoulders? Sometimes we still hold and we still shrug the shoulders. And then can I allow them to drop down and press my chest and the frontal deltoid muscle towards the ground? So my elbows and forearms become freer of tension and my head can easily come towards the floor when and if my body is ready. Can I allow a soft exhalation that moves the belly? And a soft inhalation that fills my back from the tailbone towards the neck and shoulder blades. One more time. Can I feel slow motion as my abdomen exhales and then emptying from the gut towards my neck through my nose? And I inhale to inflate, to fill up my lungs. Last long exhalation from the gut air, diaphragm to shoulders. Let your last long deep breath in. And then exhale. Chin and nose or forehead on the ground while the hands slowly move behind you. And the palms of the hands are going to stay softly facing towards the abdomen. And they're going to slide under your hips, under your pubic bone to overlap and create a diamond between your index and your thumb on both hands. Plays right around your pelvic area while the elbows remain full of bent slightly. So the outside of the elbows and arms holding the position. And you can feel your body slowly supported through the outside of the arms. You can feel the outside of your shoulders. You can feel the hands holding the pelvic area without raising your hips. Your left toenails, especially your pinky toenail, opens and stays closest towards the ground. And your right leg slowly lifts off the floor, not your neck. Look towards the ground. Do not tense your neck area and raise your right thigh, your right knee, your right foot. Your exhalation balances your shoulders and hold to support your leg as tall as your body allows, but most importantly, as far behind your hips as your body allows it. And you breathe. And your hands give you stability into that pelvic area. One more time. Observe all the things that you know are true about your body right now. What is it that your body needs to support? What is the story that we're telling ourselves about our body? Can we remain one last long inhalation? Focus into the movement, to the contraction, and exhaling from the hip through your thigh, through your knee, through your shin, through your toes to the ground. Beautiful. Allow both toenails or both feet, there's more than two toenails, both feet and their toenails steady to the ground. Do not force any of your legs or feet off the floor. With your hands right where they are, the elbows right where they are, slightly bent. You're going to slowly raise your chest, and with your chest comes your chin, and your ribs remain into the ground. Your elbows maybe release off the floor, and you're slowly only lifting the upper body. Not because your chin is looking up, your chin is drawn in, so the back of your neck extends, and you can feel the length of the spines. And now you can find those muscles, the spinae erector muscles, right, that support your back. You've been working with those muscles. You can support it, engage your glutes, allow your legs to be active, raise your chest. It doesn't matter how high, lengthen forward. So you find that those oblique muscles and abdominal girdle is really separating the torso from the hips. One last time. Feel your body. Inhale. Again, breathing in tall, and then exhale slowly towards the ground. Beautiful. Forehead, nose, chin into the floor, whichever is most appropriate for your body. Right foot. Prepare. What does it feel like for the right toenails, especially the pinky toenail, to slowly be closest to the ground without forcing ankle or any other joint in particular. Let your left leg prepare as you exhale and visualize that left leg raising away from your body and then high. Breath in, raise it as tall as your body allows it, and hold it and press it away from your body. Pointing the toes, flexing the toes, pushing the heel, whichever is, again, and that can be varied from leg to leg. And what happens to those muscles of the glutes? What are the core muscles that are really holding that leg off the ground through your thigh, that you're really lengthening through, that your fingers are giving you balance and support? Very nice. Lengthen the spine. Can you go deep into those muscles? Visualize the left hip being supported and hugged, and raise from those muscles in the inner lining of your tummy, that your belly is not pushed down, but your belly is drawn in really to support, to gather strength. And it doesn't matter the height or the strength that you think you should have externally, is what it feels like. Are you gathering those muscles? One more time. Find that your breath really helps, that you're truly engaging all your attention, all your energy into that lift of that left leg. And when your body's ready, exhale it and release it from the hip towards your toenails, and you exhale kindly towards the ground. Again, breathe out. So what does your back feel like at this point? Can you observe your hands and your elbows and the crease of the elbows always flexed, and your tip of the shoulders slowly connected to the ground? And when your body is ready, allow, without separating your head or your chin or your torso off the ground, you're going to slowly press gently both legs away from your body and off the ground. And you're raising only your feet and your legs and your knees and your thighs off the floor. And you contract through your glutes. Your head remains on the floor. Pressing back. Inhale. Stretch your knees and lengthen them off the ground. Do not lift your head. Use those back muscles to support your glute muscles. Use your abdomen. Press your legs, your thighs away from your body. And then observe how that strengthens those muscles in the mid-back area. Let your last long inhalation. Breathe in. And when your body's ready, exhale and then release those legs. Exhale kindly. Beautiful. Allow the palms of the hands to slowly come from under your hips. Bring them all the way forward in front of your body, in front of your shoulders. Let the palms of the hands first face the ground, so your shoulders and elbows are wide, and your forehead or nose or chin is on the floor, and your toenails are flat into the ground, and your back lengthens. Beautiful. Observe that your belly is moving. When your last two breaths, observe again, how are you balanced? Is your right and left side of your body balanced with the opposite side? Can you observe one more time? What does it feel like to be your own motivation, right? Your own source of energy in here. You are going to be in perfect command of how deeply, how much you want to engage your body. Is an act of health towards your body, not of hurtfulness. It's not about punishing the body. Allow the exhalation to empty slowly through your gut towards the lower back area, while your thumbs raise up towards the ceiling, the pinkies stay faced and touching the ground. Then your glute muscles and your pubic bone remains flat against the yoga mat. Your jaw draws in, so make sure you're not lifting your head or looking forward. And then kindly, while your back is long and your glutes are active and your thighs are active, you're going to start raising your arms, your chest, your thighs, your knees, and you're going to stay just into the midpoint of your body. Pointing your legs, diving, flying out. Do not raise your head, extend. Imagine I'm going to pull you from the crown of the head farther away, and you raise your chest a little bit higher. And you raise your thighs a little bit farther behind, and you engage your glutes, and you raise your torso because of the strength of that midsection of your body. Beautiful. Let your last two breaths, can you really invest the exhalation that your core muscles are really supportive in your last one deep breath in, exhale, and then release your body slowly towards the ground. Touch, exhale. Beautiful. Allow the exhalation to slowly bring your torso closer to the ground, and the inhalation to flex your elbows and hands. We're going to very, very gently Allow one hand, whichever one you prefer, to come right under your chest, and you're going to roll simply on your back. So let your body just simply roll all the way on its back, on their shoulders, and let your head and neck just be relaxed, and your legs to slowly open wide enough away from each other, or close enough to each other, and your hands and shoulder blades rest into the floor. Very nice. And let your spine, the belly button area, the exhalation to really anchor your body. And we're going to give you a few options here. Mhm. Let your hands stay on the ground, placing the palms of the hands facing to the yoga mat or floor, or maybe your hands will hold on to the edges of your yoga mat as if you're trying to hold on to the edges to pull it from under you, to pull it towards your hips, out away from the shoulders, or your hands can just simply hold onto your thighs and glutes or hips, or your arms for higher intensity can raise above the shoulders and then extend above the shoulders, above the head onto the ground, so that your arms are in exactly opposite direction to your legs. Your choice, any of or all the above. I don't know how you can do all of the above, but any of the positions above, those are your positions that you need to find more important for your back, balancing your shoulders, balancing your hips, your lumbar spine. Your legs are going to come closer towards each other as much as needed. You're not going to lock your knees. You're not going to force your neck or your head or your jaw. You're not going to force the shoulders. You're going to invest attention to your body. You can flex your knees as much as you need it. The longer the legs, the more intense. And then very, very slowly, you're going to activate your thighs, activate your glutes, hug them, activate the tip of the toes, the ball of your toes, the heels of your feet, and you're going to raise your feet a few inches, 2-3 inches off the ground. The moment your lower back starts arching and raising your belly off the ground, that's too far. You don't need to go any farther. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Drop the lower back closest to the ground and breathe in just a few inches off the floor. Hold your legs into long extension. Deep breath. Exhale, flatten your belly. Every time you exhale, your belly button area comes closer towards your lower back. And inhale, open your shoulders, open your rib cage. One last time. Can you breathe in long extension? As your body exhales, soften your legs gently towards the ground. Very good. Observe your body. Adjust it, rest it. Take 2 more breaths. That fully breathe in and fully breathe out. Your rate of breath is hugely important. Follow it. Let your last exhalation that really anchors your body. In the next breath in, when you're ready, activate your toes, your legs, your thighs, your glutes, lengthen your lower back, tuck in the chin, activate your arms, your hands, the elbows, the shoulder blades. When your body's ready, exhale. Raise your heels a little bit because you're activating your thighs and glutes. Your legs lift off the ground, and then exhale slowly. One more time. Breathe all the way through. When your final inhalation, engage glutes, flatten the belly, and then raise your legs towards the sky as you inhale. Just from mid-air, raise them all the way to perpendicular position and exhale. Because Geoff is here today, this is his favorite position. We're going to slowly celebrate it by raising the legs and holding it for about 5 minutes. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. I think I'm kidding. Exhale slowly, one inhalation at a time. Observe your own body. Flatten the neck. Do not tensing your shoulders away from the ground. That is, flatten your shoulder blades into the floor and find that your spine is long and tall. Tailbone area traveling away from the base of your head. You already have the experience. When your last long extension, can you point your toes? Activate your thighs, activate your toes. To the whole intention is to really activate the abdomen and strengthen those back muscles when and if your last long inhalation happens. Let your legs to descend at your own pace. Hopefully it's a slow pace, not a drop pace.
all the way towards the ground. Doesn't matter how many breaths. Slow motion, touch the floor. Exhale, beautiful into the ground. Flex your knees. Let your feet touch the ground about shoulder or hip distance from each other. Place your hands right next to your glutes, right next to your rib cage, on the edges of your yoga mat if they are not already there. The heels, the closer to the glutes, the more supportive maybe the position. Make sure you're not using the joints, right? The muscles are the ones that make the movement possible. So engage your muscles, respect your fascia, the connective tissue, press the back of the shoulders and elbows and triceps towards the ground when your body is ready. Flatten your belly and lower back, and then raise your glutes off the ground as if you're hiding the elbows under your back, as if you're shrugging your shoulder blades under your chest. So your chest also lifts, and your breastbone area lifts, and your knees are just parallel. You're not pointing or forcing into your toes. The heels of your feet are firmly placed on your yoga mat. Your heels never raise. And your tummy flexes while your rib cage lifts and your glute muscles come a little bit taller. One more time, imagine that you have a support right there underneath your lower back into your tailbone area, and you raise that sacrum a little bit higher off the ground because your tummy supports. One more time. Breathe and not in your neck, not grind your teeth. Observe. Again, acuity into the observation of your muscles. Reawaken those muscles into your core, into your strength. In your last long session, open your chest really broad. When your last long inhalation happens to expand your body, and then separate your shoulder blades, elbows, and arms, and let your upper back settle to the floor, through the thoracic spine, to your lumbar area, until your jaw and neck lengthen and your spine softens and your eyes closed. And you exhale very gently, and you bring maybe your right knee in until your right knee comes very close to your belly, very close to your chest, very close to your chin, whichever is the position. And find that your thigh is not outside your tummy. The thigh is right on the right side of your abdomen to massage the right side organs of the abdominal cavity. And at the same time, while you're flexing right knee, the hip flexors are contracting, you're contracting the abdominal sides on the right side of the body, then the lower back releases and all the glute muscles release and stretch, and you let your chin drawn in. So all that connection through the spinae erecti muscles, the muscles that support the right side of your vertebrae column, lengthen completely. And your body exhales one more time as if you're just sinking deeper into the right abdomen. Two more times. And do not judge your body. Yeah, we may have had a couple more extra cookies in this period, or maybe a couple extra more beers in this period. It's okay to let your body forgive it gently into that movement, and then observe what is your commitment, what is your pledge to your own physical body when and if the body is ready. Can you find an inhalation? Exhale and extend the left leg just away from body. Just reach it out as if your left knee extends a little bit or a whole bunch. Maybe you can touch the hamstring and the back of your calf directly to the floor, maintaining the right knee contracted just for a few seconds when and if the body is ready. Is your neck or your shoulders changing position? Can you find your last long deep breath in with your left hand opposite to that contracted knee? You're going to carry that right knee across the abdomen towards the left side. Roll it gently, hip, knee, thigh, all the way across until your right knee comes as close to the floor as needed without separating your right arm or shoulder blade of the right side of the ground, and twist and see what happens. And not because you're forcing it, it's because you're allowing movement. And is the belly extended or is the belly contracted while you simply breathe out? Use your diaphragm. Do not force your neck. Do not force your shoulders. 2 more times. Beautiful. Can you let go every time that you exhale? So a little bit deeper surrender into the back and hip, and then use your hand, your left hand, when you're ready, to carry softly in as many breaths it takes you, the right knee back into center. Bring it in towards your belly, towards your chest, towards your shoulders, towards your chin. And then exhale your right leg all the way forward in front of your body. Flexed knee, sole of the foot into the ground. Flex your left foot. So both knees are flexed, both feet onto the ground. Contract when you are ready, your left knee into your abdomen, into your chest, not outside, into it, with both hands holding that thigh, hamstring, knee, shin, and press lightly, massage. So what do you find on the left side of your abdomen? Are you thinking about the tail of your pancreas? Are you focusing onto the entire spleen? And so those are hugely important into the functioning, those adjacent huge endocrine glands that function or create or secrete hormones around the body and supports the complete function of the body. Can you again become grateful and supportive of that? Maybe it's going deeper than that towards your left kidney and the suprarenal gland, which is the stress hormone or the stress gland above the kidney. And can you feel that? Is that something that you need to pay attention to? Can you feel maybe the entire colon, the digestive tract, the large intestine, the small intestine? And what is the message, right? What are the things that you're sending or thinking about to your body? And can you spiritualize a simple movement? So, what does that mean to spiritualize a movement? So, is it just for the material expression and attachment to a body, or is it for the purpose the body does to our soul? The opportunity it gives to be in present moment. Our mind and our hearts become more connected, that I'm actually able to be more deeply connected to what is really my core, the source of my strengths. May the jaw and neck are not tensing. You're not holding through your shoulders. You're simply sustaining a flexion of the abdomen when you exhale and you start feeling things, or remembering things, or traveling places with your head. Let it all go, as if you're just letting go of a balloon. Just let that one thought, emotion, idea, memory. And your breath is your best conduit to allow your last exhalation. And as you inhale, make sure your spine is long. And the exhalation extends the right leg just for 4 breaths outside the body, as long as your body extends that right leg without letting go of the left one. Deep breath in. It's beautiful. When your last long deep breath in comes deeply to your body, let the right hand help the knee travel across as close to your chest and shoulders as that knee needs to be. And then lengthen it across until your left shoulder blade wants to leave the ground. And then you stay right there. You don't have to force anything and let those muscles move, and let your shoulder blade and arm stay on the ground as if your knee travels gently, and let that passive movement stretch and move. And you see your abdomen able to retract a little bit so you can feel the support of the contraction of the abdomen that works antagonistically or in balance with your backside. Your abdomen is weak, your backside is going to do double work. In this movement, if your abdomen is contracting, you're going to let the lower back release and relax. Let your last 3 breaths deep from your tummy, not your neck, not forced or labored breathing. Last one, deep breath in. As your body exhales, feel that your knee travels across the hips through the entire hip and at your own pacing, nobody else's. Gently retract and bring your left knee back in. Roll it gently into your belly. Allow slow holding with that knee contracted and your right knee flexes in. Your left foot drops towards the ground with both knees flexed. Relax your feet. And then kindly you're going to place the soles of your feet facing each other while your knees separate away from each other and drop to the right and left side of your body. So heels of your feet are more important they touch than the rest of the foot. And it doesn't matter how close the heels are towards the hips, as long as you're letting those inner thigh muscles, the hip muscles open, that your hips are opening in such a way that the back side of the hips is supporting your sacrum, the lower back, let your body align itself, find its way into a perfect deep extension of the front and support of the sacrum. Last three breaths, sinking through the exhalation, your belly, broadening through your shoulders as you inhale. Body's ready and deeply into your lungs. Let the hands and fingers and elbows and forearms and shoulders and biceps reach for your thighs, for your outer legs, glutes, and raise your knees softly back into center. Let your feet settle to the ground, rest your back. Allow your spine to very gently flatten, especially the lower back area and the shoulder blades, the neck area into the floor. When your body's ready, at your own pace, you don't have to force or rush. Very important that you raise the head very softly. We're going to roll on one side of your body. So roll your knees, roll onto that side of your torso as if you're just coming into that fetal, like a baby, right? On its side, curling gently your spine. Give an opportunity for your back to round, to curl, to rest on its side. Folding your knees, resting your head on the arm, on the bicep, on the elbow, on the shoulder. Tuck in the chin as you breathe out. One last full breath. Exhale very, very gently and then press the top arm, whichever arm is on top, and press out the top leg away from your body and then start rolling your body slowly as if you're just rotating towards the top of the yoga mat as you started the session. Find your body pausing. If you need to pause several times when you come up, your head is the last part of your body that you want to raise up. Stay low with your chin, stay low with your head. There's a lot of blood flow and energy that has come towards your head area. So if you move too fast, your body will protest and will tell you in the form of a flash headache or dizziness or something of the sort, changes, drastic changes of temperature. So just let your body slowly come back into sitting position and find your sitting bones, find your leading chakra through the heart area. Move your arms and shoulders down to the sides of your body and then open your arms wide and tall and up towards the sky as you breathe in. And the palms, the hands are going to slowly touch each other. Hold it for 1 second as you breathe in. One more time. And the elbows bend, and then you carry your energy through the midline of your body, all the way in front of your forehead, throat, hearts, until your hands meet right in front of your heart center. It doesn't matter the shape, the form. External is your internal disposition. What is the commitment to your physical body? Are we going to let go of our yoga practice for too long? Or are we going to be committed to practicing it constantly? Can I find a sense of, maybe through this body work, a sense of harmony, a sense of truthfulness, a sense of peacefulness? But most importantly, so we can always focus and remain attentive to the opportunities to be a conduit of selfless, divine love. So much.